Here's an updated video on the 400 Super America car body. Some of Bruce's, and got the right front area taking shape. We still have some work to do around the headlight. The wheel opening now is complete. And originally we had a seam that had some corrosion, so we took off the lead and cleaned up the corrosion and reapplied new lead. And when we did the application of the new lead, we made this corner more of a 90-degree. And it's easier to remove lead by filing than it is to continue to add. And we don't want to put too much heat into this base metal. So then Bruce just came back and filed all of the 90-degree edges to give it this very soft radius, which is the original look. This is the right side door. You can see the gaps. Look very, very nice. And again, we might come back and soften up some of the edges just by filing, and they look very nice. We're also starting to fit some of the exterior chrome, so this would be the right side door handle. And, we're always worried about the fit, but even with the chrome on, it still sits very nice against the car body. The upper molding, the chrome has been removed, and this piece of brass trim is actually screwed to the door. And so this is the kind of fits that we're looking for. The rear of this molding, where the radiuses are, just aren't quite right. But, so we'll either reprofile this brass molding or maybe just add a little bit of material to the top of the door. Also doing the same with the windshield. And, underneath this windshield area, we had to add a lot of lead. And so again, it's always easier to file it off than it is to go back and try to reapply it. So ideally, we would like the base of this windshield to be in line with the base of that brass molding. So it looks very nice. This is the right rear wheel opening, and again, the line has been softened, and I don't see anything wrong with this. It looks very nice. Some smaller items, the fuel fill door has been on a number of times, and that looks nice. We also have some damage around the attachment for the rear bumper, and you can see here kind of the lower edge. Just over the years, it's been probably hit a few times, and that shouldn't be a difficult repair at all. Then moving around the back of the car, taillights are taking shape, and Bruce has already started to look towards our next steps, which is once we get all the metal work done, we'll come back with a sander with some fairly coarse paper, and just to clean up all of our edges. And so that's what the entire car body will look like. It'll kind of have that dull look. It'll give us a better opportunity to see how everything looks when we have one finish on the car as well. Then again, this edge up here is a little bit hard. You'll have to come back and just kind of put a radius on that. And then the left rear wheel opening. Again, looks very nice. We do have some damage. You can almost see the imprint of the bumper on this damage here. But again, that should be a fairly easy repair. Left side door looks very nice. This is kind of the area where Bruce is working in today. And so the margin on the rear edge of the door looks nice. he's just starting to get into the lower edge and in the leading edge. And of course, we'll address the top of the windshield, the molding, and the lock at that time. And this is an area where he'll be working towards cleaning up the wheel opening on the left front as well. So as I mentioned, the next step after the metal work is done is we're going to go over the entire car body with some fairly coarse paper. And then the next step after that will be to apply a very thin coat of body filler just to smooth out any small imperfections that the body has. But overall, looks excellent. There's also 3 different finishes, at least, that we're looking at here. This is the steel of the car body, and then this is the actual lead work that we're doing. And then prior to doing lead work, you have to put what's called a tin or tinning on the steel. So that's this very thin material. So once it gets sanded, it'll have a much more uniform look. Then we also have just some little bit of surface rust that's starting that will be removed when we use the sandpaper. So it looks very nice. I always like to kind of sight down the side of a car, and when I see the door gaps disappear, that's really the look that we're trying to achieve. So that's from the front looking back, and then here's from the back looking forward. So it looks very nice.